Okay, so dear students, welcome back. Okay, there is a power cut due to which I lost Wi-Fi and I connected it to my mobile phone hotspot. But though the session couldn't be restored, so I have started a new class. I'm sorry for the inconvenience. And I was talking about the investment by Tata Digital into QRFIT, 550 crore rupees, and another investment by Bosch, okay, into a one new chip plant. Okay, the investment is $1.2 billion. So these two companies definitely would have evaluated these long-term project proposals before investing. So if the net present value would have been positive, definitely this company would have decided to invest into these two different projects, which will maximize their shareholders' wealth. So this is what exactly we are learning now. Okay, so what we are learning is concepts. Okay, companies might be using softwares for that purpose, but without the knowledge of concepts, you cannot use a software. Okay, so please remember this. Okay, so now let's go ahead and continue with the case solution to case study 3 or pending decision with respect to case study 3. Okay, so I'll just quickly take a recap of what case we are solving. It is a case of evaluating long-term investment projects and case of a mutually exclusive situation where the company will have two or more options. So in this case, there are two options and you have to decide to invest in any one project only. So here it is a project proposal X and Y. If you decide to invest in project X, you cannot invest in project Y. If you decide to invest in project Y, you cannot invest in project X. Okay, so we have gone through all the information related to project X requires the purchase of machine X, project Y requires the purchase of machine Y, and all the information we already have it. Now what we have done in the previous classes, we have started evaluating proposal X. Proposal is project proposal X. Okay, and the first stream of cash inflows were identified. Okay, were cash flows after taxes. Okay, cash flows after taxes. Okay, the present value of cash flows after taxes were 2,34,325. Second stream of cash inflow is the present value of tax savings due to depreciation, which is 24,276. Then third stream of cash flow for project X, present value of tax savings on short-term capital loss, which was 12,193 rupees. And the fourth stream of cash inflow for project X was a recovery of working capital at its present value, 28,350 rupees. So when we added all the four streams of cash inflows, the total amount we got is 2,99,144 rupees, which is the total present value of project X. If the company decides to invest in project X, so the total present value or total benefits will be 2,99,144 rupees, from which we need to deduct the initial investment, which was the 2 lakh rupees. So whatever remains, we call it as a net present value of machine X was 99,144 rupees. So if the company decides to invest in machine X, it will earn a net present value of 99,144 rupees. Then similarly, we are going to calculate, in fact started the net present value of proposal Y, and then we are going to compare. Okay, so whichever is greater, we are going to decide to invest in that project proposal. So we have already completed the solution to cash outflows with respect to proposal Y, which were 3,20,000. Okay, and cash inflows after taxes and the net present value we have calculated yesterday. It was 3,51,488 rupees, the first stream of cash inflow, which is nothing but cash inflows after taxes at its present value, 3,51,488. There are some other streams of cash inflows as well for proposal Y, so our machine Y. So we are going to find out them now. Okay, so I hope dear students, you can see this from here we are about to begin today. So I hope you are able to view the PDF file, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and the quick recap what I gave, it was helpful, right? So you are on track now with me.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so from here we are going to continue. So second stream of cash inflow for machine Y is present value of tax savings due to depreciation. Okay, so the cost of the machine Y was 2,50,000 rupees. Okay, the cost of the machine Y, okay, is 2,50,000 rupees. So rate of depreciation is 20%. The method is written down, value method. So the first year of depreciation, value of depreciation base is 2,50,000. So 20% of 2,50,000 is 50,000 rupees, the amount of depreciation in year one. Okay. So then from 2,50,000, we reduce the amount of depreciation in year one. 2,50,000 minus 50,000 is equal to 2 lakh rupees. Okay. 2 lakh rupees the depreciation base in year two. So 20% of 2 lakh rupees is 40,000 rupees, the amount of depreciation in year two. So 2 lakh minus 40,000 is 1,60,000 depreciation base of the asset in the third year. So 20% of 1,60,000 is 32,000 rupees, the amount of depreciation, and so on. Okay, the amount of depreciation in year four is 25,600. Okay, so now in year five we have not charged depreciation because there are no other assets in the block that are depreciated at 20% rate. So in such a case, in the terminal year, depreciation will not be charged. I hope you should remember this. Now, what are the tax savings? So every time I'm mentioning it, so you should not forget always. So a rupee saved in corporate world is considered as a rupee earned. Okay. So depreciation is a tax deductible, as we have already learned about it now. So we reduce depreciation from the taxable income. So how much tax is saved on account of the depreciation amount? So a rate of tax is 35%. Okay, you should remember rate of tax is 35%. So 35% of 50,000, 17,500 rupees saved in year one or at the end of year one. 35% of 40,000 is 14,000 rupee other tax savings at the end of year two. 35% of 32,000 is 11,200 rupees are the tax savings, okay, at the end of year three. 35% of 25,600 is 8,960 rupees are the tax savings in after year four. Okay, so these tax savings are going to happen in future, okay, for a period of 1 to 4 years, year one, year two, year three, and year four. So we need to convert them into present value. So since each amount is different, it is not same, each amount is different, it is considered as a case of single cash flow. So first point, since we are going to convert these future values into present, we are going to use discounting technique. Since each amount is different, each amount will be considered as a case of a single cash flow. So discounting technique, okay, present value of single cash flow. So therefore we need to refer table A3. Table A3 we need to refer. Okay, so which is the present value of 1 rupee. So for year 1, 2, 3, 4, and the discount rate or cost of capital, 1 minute, it is 12%. Okay, so here we have it in the problem, 12% cost of capital, discount rate or interest rate, whatever you call it. Okay, so we need to consider the 12% interest column in table A3. Okay. Yeah, please give me a minute. Okay. So now we are going to refer table A3. So students, I hope you can understand the importance of time value tables. Those who have not learned it, please talk to your friends, learn it properly. Okay. If you still do not understand, call me and learn. If you cannot use the table, you cannot solve the problems. Remember. So we need to go to table A3. Yes. Yeah, this is table A3, the present value of 1 rupee, but I need 12% interest column. So I'll go to next page. So here I found it. So table A3, the present value of 1 rupee. So 12% interest column. So here 1, 2, 3, 4. Since we already found it for machine X, so you can copy from there also and write them. But here once again I'm going through. So year 1 it is 0.893, year 2 0.797, year 3 0.712, year 4 0.636, year 5 also you can remember it is 0.567. Okay, it is required for recovery of working capital and short-term capital loss. Okay, which can be carried up to 8 years actually, but in this case 5th year. So 0.567 for year 5. So now we need only year 1 to year 4. Okay, so I'm going to fill these present values in the table for the calculation of present value of tax savings. So as I found from the table, 12% column, table A3, year 1 value is 0.893, 12% interest column. Okay, year 2 0.797, 12% interest column, year 3 0.712, table A3 we are referring. I hope you remember. Okay, 12% interest column, and year 4 the value is 0.636. Now simply you multiply. Okay, in case of single cash flow, amount into present value interest factor. So amount is 17,500. Present value interest factor for year 1 is 0.893 is equal to 15,628 rupee is the present value of 17,500. Okay, which will be received after 1 year. 14,000 into 0.797 is equal to 11,158 rupees. This is the present value of 14,000 rupees to be received after 1 year. 11,200 into 0.712 is equal to 7,974 rupees is the present value of 11,200 rupees to be received after 3rd year. 8,960 into 0.636 is equal to 5,699 rupees is the present value of 8,960 rupees to be received after 4th year. So once I total all these present values of year 1, year 2, year 3 and year 4, the total is 40,459 rupee is the present value of tax savings due to depreciation. 40,459 is the present value of tax savings due to depreciation. This is the second stream of cash inflows. Then just like machine, in case of machine X, we will go for machine Y also. Present value of tax savings on short-term capital loss. Short-term capital loss. Okay. So okay, so the total of total depreciation from year 1 to year 4 is 1,47,600. The total of this 50,000 plus 40,000 plus 32,000 plus 25,600 is 1,47,600. Okay. So the cost of the machine Y was 2,50,000 minus the total amount of depreciation if I remove 1,47,600. So that is a short-term capital loss for the company. The difference is 1,02,400. Okay, so this short-term capital loss can be carried forward till 5th year. So tax is not calculated. Tax is saved on this loss. So tax is 35%. Okay, so whatever multiplication you get, if you multiply that with the 5th year, 12% interest column. Okay, so same table A3, I found the value if you can recall. Table A3 from 12% interest column and the 5th year row, it was 0.567. You can recall it was 0.567. So that cost of the machine 2,50,000 minus the total amount of depreciation from years 1 to 4, 1,47,600 will give you, there is a loss of 1,02,400 rupees. So on this loss, the company is going to save tax, okay, up to 35%. Okay. So if you multiply by that, this benefit will happen to the company in year 5, in the terminal year of the project. So 5th year, that is why I said table A3, I have to convert this value. Okay, so 1,02,400 rupees into 35, 0.35, whatever value it is, this benefit is going to be received in year 5. So I have to convert that to the present value. So I will refer table A3 since it is a case of single cash flow, 12% interest column and 5th year row. The present value factor is 0.567. So the product is 20,321 rupees. 20,321 rupees, the present value of tax savings on short-term capital loss of 1,02,400 rupees. Okay. Then the last stream, release of working capital or recovery of working capital in the 5th year. So as you can recall, on account of investment in machine Y, the company would require additional working capital of 70,000 rupees. It became part of the initial cash outlay in the beginning and in the terminal year of the project or final year of the project, which is the 5th year. So this working capital, additional working capital will be recovered at its present value. So to convert the 70,000 to be received in 5th year to its present value, we are going to multiply with the present value factor from table A3, from 12% interest column and 5th year row. Okay, which was 0.567. Showed it to you in the tables. Okay, so the product is 39,690 rupee is the present value of the working capital which will be recovered in year 5. So total there are 4 cash streams, cash inflows for machine Y. The first one is 3,51,488 rupees cash flow, present value of cash flows after taxes. Second stream is the present value of tax savings due to depreciation, 40,459. Okay, so I have written it here. Third stream is 20,321 rupee present value of tax savings on short-term capital loss. So I have written it here. And fourth stream was 39,690 rupees present value of the recovery of working capital in 5th year. 39,690 rupees. So if you add all the 4 streams of cash flows, okay, the total will be total present value of machine Y or project proposal Y is 4,51,958 rupees. Okay. So next, what are you going to do, students? So we found the present value of total present value of machine Y, which is 4,51,958. So what is the next step? So what are we going to do? With respect to machine Y, we found the total present value, which is 4,51,958 rupees. What we should do next? What happened? This is the 3rd day. Friday I explained the case. Monday I solved the case till present value of cash flows after taxes of machine Y. Today I took a recap. I already shared a solution. Answers I already shared. Not even one student. At least for,
sir, less cash outflows.
Very good. So what is the total cash outflow?
3,20,000.
3,20,000. Very good. Ashwini, right?
Yes, sir.
Everyone, please give a big round of applause to Ashwini. Do not hesitate. Don't be conservative. Okay, very good, Shiv Kumar. And others also, I hope. Okay, so as Ashwini said, okay, so the total present value we just found out is 4,51,958. Okay, we are now going to deduct that from the initial cash outlay or total cash outflows. So the present value of machine Y is 4,51,958, and the total cash outflows or total present investment is 3,20,000 rupees. So the difference is 1,31,958 rupees. This is called as the net present value of machine Y. This is called as the net present value of machine Y. So please remember the figure, 1,31,958 rupees. And the net present value of machine X was 99,144 rupees. Okay. So in which project the company should invest? Project X or project Y?
Project Y, sir.
Yes, project Y is correct. Why? You need to write in one sentence. Why will the company should invest in project Y?
So net present value is higher for Y.
Very good, Asra. Okay, because the net present value of machine Y is higher than machine X. That is the reason why the company should invest in project Y or machine Y. Very good. But still I will ask one more question for more clarity. So what if, okay, so what if the net present value of machine Y is greater than machine X? So what? Okay. So what? What is your understanding of this case? Evaluating long-term investment projects. See, even if I show this to my son now, 99,000 whatever odd. Okay. So how much it was? Machine X? 99,144 or 3 lakh, sorry, or 1,31,958. Which is greater? Anybody can tell that. So whatever is greater, we should invest in that project. But why we should invest in a project which whose net present value is greater? And the question is, why the company should invest in the project whose net present value is greater? Why? Yeah, somebody is trying to make an attempt. Do not hesitate. If it is wrong, it doesn't matter. At least be interactive.
Sir, it is more profitable, sir.
So what? If it is more profitable, so what? Correct, you are correct. Just go ahead little bit. What will happen if company earns more profit?
So it is greater than our investment.
In machine X also it is greater than investment. There is no negative value in machine X also. Yes, somebody was trying to answer. Why the company should invest in a more profitable project like Y here? In case of X and Y, we decided the company should invest in project Y because it is more profitable. Why a company should invest in more profitable project? See, this is the difference, remember. If you can learn properly, you can make a better career and better life. Remember this. MBA is altogether a different program. It will not only help you make your career, you can make your life also. Remember this. See, I had told, okay, there are 3 functions of financial management or 3 duties of finance manager. What were they? At least those, can you remind anyone? Scope of financial management or functions of finance manager. 3 were there, total 3. What were they? And I told your whole syllabus is about those 3 decisions. Starting with unit 2. What were those 3?
Investment decision.
Yes, investment decision.
Financing decision.
Financing decision, that is raising capital, and
Dividend decision.
dividend decisions. Yes, the scope of financial management is, or duty of a finance manager is to make investment decisions, financing decisions, and dividend decisions. With respect to that, what we have learned so far, why we are evaluating, why the company had to evaluate so much, how these decisions should be made. I'll make it simple. Investment decision, financing decision, and dividend decisions. How these three decisions should be made? In what way this decision should be made? See, so much of time I have spent. Materials are given, explained over PowerPoint slides. See, a finance manager should make these three decisions in a way that should maximize wealth of the shareholders. Have we not learnt it? Or have I not told it? Hey, students, have you learnt it or not?
Yes, sir.
Then where is the learning? You are only concerned about numbers, the correct answer, right answer, wrong answer. 3, 7, 10, 3, 7, 10. So not less than 10 times I might have repeated that, or maybe more than 15 times. Okay, please learn. Okay. Okay. So the decision is yes, of course, purchase machine Y or invest in project proposal Y as its NPV is higher. Okay, why the company should invest in a more profitable projects? Because higher the profit, higher will be the wealth of the shareholders. How the shareholder wealth will be increased? How the shareholders wealth will increase if the company earns more profit? If the company earns more profit year after year, the company will be able to pay out more dividend year after year. So if a company pays higher dividend consistently years after year, the price of the equity shares of that company will increase in the market. You might have purchased the equity share, let us say, for 200 rupees. And since the company is paying a higher dividend, okay, over a period of time, more and more investors, okay, will be interested in purchasing the equity shares of that company. So the demand for the equity shares of that company will increase. When the demand increases and the supply is limited, the equity share prices of that company goes up. Say I'm a present investor, I have purchased it only for 200 rupees per equity share, and due to the high performance of the company, because the company is carefully selecting the long-term investment projects and earning higher profits year after year, the equity share prices have gone up in the market. So about 5 years back, I purchased it for 200 rupees. At present, the equity shares of this company are being traded or sold at 2000 rupees. Imagine. Okay, so if I have one share purchased at 200 rupees, I can sell it for 2000 rupees. A net profit of 1800 rupees I'm going to make on that share, plus all the dividend received in the past years. If I had 10 shares, 200 into 10, okay, 2000 rupees I might have invested, but now the share price is 2000 rupees. 2000 into 10, 20,000 rupees. Okay, so 2000 rupees was my investment, 18,000 rupees my profit. So imagine the way you go on investing in lakhs and crores, your value just goes on maximizing. Okay, so since the answer is why a company should invest in more profitable project, since if the company invests in more better profitable projects, okay, it help increase the wealth of its shareholders. But that is the objective of financial management. That is the objective of corporate finance. You should never forget it. Even if you're asleep, if somebody wakes you up and asks you what is the objective of financial management, you should say to maximize shareholders' wealth. How? I explained it. Just now I explained it. And we are doing it since last 7 hours. So any questions on this? Anybody who is not able to understand? Yes. Concept clarity is required. Okay, so if you have seen English movies, action English movies, war movies, okay, so there is a dialogue called a shoot to kill. Means should lock the target and shoot and do not waste. Means you should be focused on what you are doing. Okay, so I teach to make the students learn, have a better understanding. Okay, so whatever it is, exams are there or not, okay, but remember your objective is to attend the classes to learn. Okay, your objective should be only that much, nothing more than that. Okay, so any queries, any questions? So 3 case studies we completed on the first, okay, function of financial management or first function of finance manager, investment decisions. It is not at over, but it is not at over. Still there is another part. Okay, so what we learned now until now in last 7 hours, including this hour, was okay, the different categories of long-term investment projects. Okay, so different categories of capital projects like single proposal, replacement situation, and mutually exclusive situation. So how to evaluate the different type of capital projects or long-term investment projects. That is what we learned. Okay, in all the 3 cases, we found something called as a net present value. Okay, I hope you cannot say no. This case also, you found out net present value of machine Y X for 99,144 rupees, and the net present value of machine Y, okay, was 1 lakh something odd. Okay, so that is one of the evaluation techniques. So there are different evaluation techniques actually, which we are going to learn in detail in upcoming classes. Okay, that is next topic in the chapter, same chapter. Okay, so they are referred to as evaluation techniques. So I have shared you the theory as well. Theory as well as problems and solutions. Yesterday, I think I have shared. So I will not be using PowerPoint slides. I'll be using the PDF file itself. Okay, and it is nothing. It is same. Whatever is there in PowerPoint slide, the same part is also there in PDF file. Okay, in the theory part. So I'm going to explain the same in PDF file as well as solve numericals in the same PDF file. Okay, so that is how we are going to go ahead. Yeah, it's 10:56. Okay, see if anybody can make out who are those 5 students who are absent. Roughly you can tell. I'll verify it later. Instead of taking attendance and just browse through and just check. Anybody can help me. See, 56 is attendance, including me. It is. So it means somebody got disconnected. It looks like. Okay, I cannot help. So if somebody can tell me who are those 5 students who are absent. Can you make out? Is it possible? Keshav and Purna or other students also, not only them. Please somebody say, yes sir, we are looking, or it is not possible sir, or it is possible sir.
Sir, I am looking, sir.
Please, others also do it because it will be more accurate.
Sir, Puneet and Praveen are absent, sir.
Okay, you can say it loudly. If they are present, they will say, hey, then upon a class. Okay. Puneet and Praveen, okay.
Rakesh, sir.
Rakesh was there. I saw him. Next.
Amrut.
Sir, Sakshi is absent, sir.
Sakshi is absent. Very good. Okay. And Amrut is also absent.
Sir, Amrut.
Anyone? One more student, I think. Just one more is absent. See, look out for your friends. Okay, so at least you have 1 or 2 friends, right? So if everybody looks out.
Pawan is absent, sir.
Sorry?
Nagaraj, sir.
No, Nagaraj was there. Pawan, right. Okay.
Nagaraj not speaking, sir.
Nagaraj is there, I can see him, yes. Okay, see, I will read out the names. If they are present, you respond only. Puneet, Praveen, Sakshi, Amrut, and Pawan. 5 students are absent. Thank you so much for saving my time. Okay, so any other things you want to know? Any doubts? Okay, so who is going to sing today? Before we log out. We have 2 minutes.
Karthik, sir, Karthik.
Karthik, yes, Karthik.
Karthik, sir. Karthik is very good singer.
I am asking, requesting Karthik only. Yes, Karthik.
Sir, no, sir.
See, you can don't turn on your video if you don't like, but you can sing. No,
Sir,
what is the problem?
sir, in Australia every day.
Sorry.
Sir, in Australia. Sir, in
Everybody
Australia.
he
sings.
will only sing, sir.
Yes, no problem. Yes, Karthik, come on.
Sir, he is bathroom girl singer.
Okay, you can take your phone, go to bathroom and sing from there. No problem. Anybody else?
Vedesh.
Vedesh, you are suggesting names. You say, I, sir, I will sing. You should say like that. Okay, see, the more time we lose, it becomes less interested. Okay, so for today, I will sing, but please see to it that every class at least we get one singer for 2 minutes. Okay, so is it okay if I sing?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
And
Yes, sir.
those who are in a hurry can quit. There is no problem. Okay.
Sir, English